down. Martinez. He finds his man, complete. That's Bishop.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Martinez. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Burnett, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a handoff up the middle. Beal, and he'll be taken down at the 18. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Now Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fields. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On 2nd down, it's Burnett, and he's got some space here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go.
Shepard taken down at the 42.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Bishop. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Burnett, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Martinez on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Robbins.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd down now, it's Burnett, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd down, Burnett. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. Over the middle, caught by London.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 2nd down, it's Beal. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Beal. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And caught by London. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Martinez. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Burnett. Spins away. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run on first down. Burnett. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Martinez.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they go. It's Burnett. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Martinez. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bishop. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On first down, Burnett. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now Martinez to throw on second down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shepard. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Burnett and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Back to throw. Martinez. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On first down, Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Back to throw, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Fields throwing again.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. Fields.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to roam now. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. McIntyre.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw is Martinez. Looking to throw on 2nd down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Martinez.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now it's Fields.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And he will find his man on the outside. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
To the air again, Fields.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and a yard. Fields going to hold on to it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Back to throw. Fields. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Fields.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after here coming up. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Martinez. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bishop. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Looking to throw. Martinez. This one caught over the middle by Burnett. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fields on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down now. It's Burnett, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. McIntyre, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Logan.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throwing again is Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, Fields.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Check back 16, check back 16.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. The 16's coming, check it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all of this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
From just shy of midfield. Fields, short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Fields on 1st down.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
19 Tiger.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Up the middle they go. Burnett, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Martinez. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now a first down throw, Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Now Fields on third and goal.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Here's Martinez on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Martinez. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Martinez from the gun on third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Robbins. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. On second down, Kenny. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Martinez.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Martinez now throwing on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robbins.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
On the set.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Martinez.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 2nd down now, Kenny, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, Kenny. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Atlanta,